Here, it's me, Veronica Drake. All my friends call me V. I hope that you will consider yourself one of my friends. If you're new here, this is the place where you can learn about everything spiritual in a very practical, applicable way. Why learn it if you can't live it and put it into practice every day? I'm the teacher for you. Hit subscribe, like this video, tell your friends. Let's do this. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the big K. Yesterday I talked about karma. Oh, what is karma? Oh my God. What do you think of when you hear the word karma? We always think the karma bus. I hope I'm there when they get their karma. Karma's a bitch. Nope. Karma, are you ready? Is your teacher. My teacher. Yes, karma is your teacher. Instead of thinking you're going to be punished for this act that you've done, fill in the blank, whatever it is, how about this? You're going to learn the lesson and evolve your soul. That's a much gentler approach, don't you think? And so when you create a situation by choice, because the choices you make create a low vibration, you then have to turn that around. And you get the opportunity to raise that vibration by realizing, oh, I was a shitty person. Oh my God, I did this. You become aware of your behavior. Most people live their life on autopilot. And what I mean by that is we come from a place of conditioning, right? We just do it. We don't even think about it. Well, it was always done like this, so I'm going to do it like this. And then we begin to live on autopilot. And when we live on autopilot, there's no sense in checking in. There's no need to take a pause. There's no need to scan our body. But that doesn't grow us spiritually, and that doesn't create us to be enlightened beings. There's a word I don't really like, but I'll use it. And so, if we are truly here to ascend, to evolve our soul, awareness is the only way to do that. And it isn't about, oh my God, in 1802 this happened to me, and now look at I'm living out the karmic effects. Or, hey, I was a shitty partner in 1690 and I can't find love in this life. It's not like that at all. It's about you understanding the energy of low vibration, looking into it, and asking yourself, how can I course correct? How can I flip this energy, regardless of where it started? And how can I experience the opposite of it? And so, for example, I was not a very nice person. I didn't talk nice to people. I treated them poorly. I told lies. I hurt a lot of people, but I wasn't hurting anyone more than I was hurting myself. So, what I was doing to other people, I had done to myself 10 times over. And so, I had to stop and think. When I started to evolve spiritually and I started to wake up, as we call it, I began to become familiar with the word karma. And I didn't like the way the word karma made me feel. It felt very punitive in nature, like, oh, I'm going to learn the hard way kind of thing. And so over the years, I've learned that karma is our teacher, because once we become aware of what feels off to us, and the key word is what feels off to us, we can then make choices to course correct. We can say, okay, this is what I did. I told lies, and we can turn the situation around by saying, I am a truth teller. And so I did just that. Part of my heavy vibration, if you will, in the 90s was I didn't tell the truth. And I told lies for self preservation, or so I thought. I told lies because I lied to myself and said I didn't want to hurt people, but ultimately I was hurting people and myself. And so now I understand, to balance out that energy, that karma, I must stand in the light and on the platform of truth and integrity. And the minute that I veer off the path of truth, because your body knows what truth feels like, truth is expansive, right? It doesn't have a story attached to it. Truth is just truth. It doesn't need any explanation. When I feel that expansion getting smaller and smaller and smaller, I feel confined, I feel constricted. I ask, is there something ready to be taught? Is there a lesson I need to learn? And then I go through my day, I go through my week, I go through my month. It helps if you jot little notes down, if you take a journal. If something happens in your life and it stings, you're going to be aware of it. You just know, right? Like maybe you got into an altercation with the guy at the gas station, or maybe you said nasty things to your partner out of the spur of the moment burst of energy. Maybe you took something from the grocery store and you didn't mean to, but you didn't take it back, okay? So anything that contracts you needs to be looked at as a lesson. So, okay, so I said some really heavy, nasty things to my partner, which happens to be true. I just went off. I just screamed. I just yelled. And in the moment, I had to catch myself, but I wasn't ready in that moment because I was on this tirade, right? We're human. But about 5 to 10 minutes later, I called my partner on the phone because I had left to cool off, and I had apologized. Now, I don't look at it as, oh, I'm balancing out karma or I'm paying back karma or any of that. I look at it as being a good person. I look at it as evolving my soul. I look at it as doing the right thing. And what does that mean? That means owning my own behavior, owning the fact that I was being reactive and not responsible, right? So really, if we are going to use karma as our teacher, there is a massive high level of awareness that's needed. It's not an easy concept, or it is an easy concept, but it's not easy to put into place. How do they say that? It's simple, but it's not easy. Now, I love all of this kind of stuff. And obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but if you get to know me, obviously I could talk forever and ever and ever on this. But what I've been told by my guides that my mission is, I'm here to make things very practical, and I'm not cookie cutter. I'm not doing it in the way that everybody says you should do it, and I'm not conventional in any sense of the word. And there will be people that'll challenge me on this. There'll be people that'll say, you're full of shit, karma is this, or however they're going to word it to me. But the reality is, I am whom I am. I know that we're going into a different phase. We're going into the energetic phase, to the translucent phase. We're becoming heart-centered beings more than ever, which is energy-centered beings. And I know that there's going to be a manual that needs to come forward for all of us. And I'd like to think that I'm part of that. In my membership, Going Within, I help people return to their natural state of being. I help them recalibrate. I take you back within and teach you how to open up your psychic channels so that you just return to your roots of knowing that you know that you know. Now, I tried to keep this simple. If it wasn't simple, talk to me in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think about karma. Was this easy? Did I make it too confusing? Does it need to be shorter? Talk to me. And also, check out Going Within, because maybe it's time. All right, don't forget, subscribe to my channel, hit the little like button, the little thumbs up, hit the bell, and let's do this.